What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovricic from Pixel Feet here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to triple your profits in your Shopify store. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. All right, guys, fourth quarter is here if you're watching this brand new video today, and you have to be ready for it. And I'm going to show you an exercise that I do in my stores every quarter to keep myself in check and to make sure that I maximize all the profits from my stores. Okay, so I learned this from a guy named Jay Abraham. If you guys don't know who Jay Abraham is, he's like a freaking gazillionaire. He's a billionaire, businessman, whatever. Look him up. He's amazing. And the way that I learned it was years and years ago, and it was applied to like more brick and mortar businesses. So I basically grabbed the idea behind it and then put my own twist to it to do it with your online store. Okay, so the name of this exercise is called Find 3 Ways. Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to give you some points, and then in the exercise you got to find 3 ways to make that happen. So for this example, I'm just going to show you one, but I really want you to sit down, write these down, look at your store, and see where you can improve all of the following things. So number 1 is going to be how to increase your AOV, your average order value. Okay, so when we're thinking about average order value, is what can I offer in my store as a collection so people buy more than one thing at once. So let's talk about, so for example, think of the McDonald's example. So you have your burger, right? Oh my God, that's a horrible burger, but you guys get the idea. And then you have, hey, I'm here for a burger, but hey, do you want fries with that? And then you get the fries. That's horrible fries too. Hey, do you want a drink with that? And then you get a drink. So the same principle, you know, it goes with your store, right? So if you have a collection, let's say if you have a collection of, I don't know, clothing. So you offer layers, right? So you have a t-shirt, you have the pants, and you have the hoodie that all goes together, maybe a hat, right, as an accessory. So that's how you bring your average order value up, okay? Number 2 will be increase the size of your initial transaction. What do I mean by that? Okay, we're looking at your value ladder. So what's your value ladder when you're running ads to your store? If you don't know what your value ladder is where you start with an offer and where you take it, starting with the cheapest and then the most expensive at the top. I did a video about it, so look it up in the channel. So when you're running your ads, what are you running your ads to? Are you running them to the collections page? Are you running them to a certain product? So what I do is I look at all my collections, I look at all my products, right? And then if I'm running a free shipping offer where I'm giving, I don't know, a keychain for free. I'm giving a keychain for free. And then they pay, you know, shipping, and I'm charging $5.99 for the shipping or $7.99 for the shipping. You're only making a couple bucks out of that, right? So let's say your shipping is $5.99 and you're charging $7.99, right? You're making $2 profit. Well, how can I increase that? Well, instead of offering, you know, a free plus shipping offer, look at your analytics, your collections in your store. Look at your products. What are the best-selling products? And then based on the data you're getting on your stores, find out what the cheapest, best-selling product is and use that as your anchor for the lower value ladder to bringing them into your store. Okay, just an idea. So let's say it's a hat. So use a hat that's $19.99, $14.99, right? I'm just throwing prices out there, right? And then maybe offer free shipping, right? And you're still making more than you were doing previously, right? Because if your hat only cost you what, like $7, right? You're making like an extra few bucks. But think about it, that's the mentality you gotta get. And you gotta come up with 3 different ways. I'm just giving you examples top of my head, okay? Number 3, increase the value of the top of the ladder. What do I mean by that? Okay, so we were talking about the lower level of your value ladder. Now we're going to increase the value of the top of the ladder, the value ladder. So what's your most expensive products? All right, so now you're going to look at your data. What's my data saying? What is my top 3 most expensive products? So you got to compare your products. You got to see what they have in common, right? Not only that they're the most expensive, but for example, if I have this product that's this much and these other 2 are selling that are around the same price, can I do, for example, a limited edition where I can bring the price up by 50% and then make it only 100 of them made? Right? So now we're adding scarcity to it, and we're upping the value because there's only so many of them made, right? And you got to think about it in terms of being a brand, right? So that's an idea. Think about like Jordans, like the shoes, you know what I mean? When they make a limited run, they go up in price because there's so many of them. So that's how I can increase the top of my value ladder, right? By offering an anchor product that there's only so many of them made, and then I can jack up the price because it's a limited edition, or bundle it with an influencer or something. Make it an influencer edition, something like that. You got to use your creativity here, right? Number 4, increase frequency of transactions, okay, per customer. All right, so how am I bringing my customers back? So a lot of you guys make the mistake that once they buy from you, you're not following up with those customers, right? So what you can do here is, like, for example, you can create upsell, what's called upsell campaigns, right? Where you serve ads of similar products or different products to that person, you know, to buy more from you. If they're happy buying from your store, why wouldn't you keep selling them? That's just like such an easy low-hanging fruit, and most of you guys don't do that. You guys concentrate too much on the top of the funnel when you already have happy customers that you can offer other products to. So that's one. Another one could be, hey, what's your post-purchase sequence? For example, in my stores, when somebody buys from me, they get a post-purchase sequence where, you know, they're welcome and all that stuff, and then in the next 48 hours, they get a special discount based on the product that they buy to come by and buy one, get one, or a gift for a discount or some type of discount. So now I'm concentrating on coming in back. And guys, it works like a charm. It brings back so many people, it's crazy. All right, this one's very important. Increase the frequency of transactions of your top 20% customers. So how do you do that? You look at your LTV, you look you know, your LTV on your list. You can actually get a report. You can download a report from Shopify and see who the value of your top 20% customers is. So like your high average order value. So what you can do is you can either create a special offer for them, or you can create lookalikes based on those values to attract more of those type of customers, right? So in order to do that, you know, to get the frequency, you got to offer like, think about like a VIP club that can be part of. That they only get special products, specially made for them, right? Again, with scarcity, right? You can make it a club that, you know, every time they buy something, you remember when you used to go to the mall and you used to get those cards, every time you buy something, they'll punch one, and when you get to 5 or 10, you get something for free. Do the same with them. Take care of them. They're your top 20%, right? So that's another idea. Increase the consistency of transactions. What do I mean by that? So we all know, and most of you know, because most of you probably use Facebook as your main traffic source, is that Facebook can be very inconsistent. And what happens when you have inconsistent traffic? You're riding a roller coaster. So one day your sales are up here, the next day they're all the way over here, the next day they're here, down, up and down, up and down. And that's just annoying. It's a roller coaster. And then let's say you have a few bad days when Facebook is doing updates and then people start doing returns. Now you're in the negative. You don't want that, right? So don't rely on one source of traffic, right? So how do you do that? Which brings me, to the next one, which is increase traffic sources. Okay? So don't just rely on Facebook. What other traffic sources can we use? Okay? Can you use Google? Misspelled Google. Can you guys believe that? Google, Pinterest, right? Organic, SEO, TikTok, influencers, and the list goes on and on and on. So this shouldn't be two of them. It should be pretty much the same one. So just mix them together. It's basically is increase the consistency of transactions by opening more doors and bringing traffic from other sources, right? Don't rely on one source of traffic. Always look at other options. There's this misconception that Google is super expensive, and it's really not if you know what you're doing, right? So, okay. So, number 8, okay? And this is improve the relationship with your customers. What do I mean by that? I'm amazed at how many of you lose business because you don't keep up with your customer service. All right? You guys will be amazed of how much money you can make and how much money you can save and keep in your pocket if you just keep up with your customer service. You should be looking at your customer service, and if there's a delay, if there's a problem, you need to take care of your customers. You need to do what? You need to go out of your way to take care of your customers, right? If it's an exchange, make sure you do that exchange right away. Send them a prepaid label, right? If it's a problem, there was a defect in manufacturing or something like that with the product and it gets to them and they're complaining about it. Hey, I'm so sorry about this. You know what? We're going to take care of this for you. Here's a prepaid label for you to send it back to us. We'll take care of that for you. So just throw it in the mail for us. And then once we receive it, we can either exchange it, and then to top it all off, Mr. Customer, because we appreciate you so much, here's an extra discount, 25% discount code, specifically made for you, and you use their name on the discount code. You'll be amazed how many people love that. And guess what? They'll take the exchange, so now you're not having a refund, right? Your supplier is gonna, pay for the defective product anyway. And then on top of it all off, they'll come back and buy some more for you, okay? So, again, you need to repeat this every quarter. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and especially fourth quarter as we're gearing up for the holidays right now, because this is how you keep your business in check. This is how you keep yourself in check. This is how you keep your team in check. And this is how you come up with new ideas and new approaches to make more profit from your store, to come up with different marketing angles and such, okay? So that's the other thing that I should add for increased frequency of transaction. Consistency. So another way to increase consistency and would be to think of different marketing angles, right? So, like Christmas is coming up, right? So if you have a women's product, instead of just hammering women on top of the funnel, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Now you target people who are married, and you target their husbands. Hey, here's the perfect gift for your wife on that special holiday, birthday, or Christmas. That perfect Christmas gift. So that's how you do it. That's how you get ready for every quarter. And guys, if you like this video, please support the channel by clicking the links in the description below. And if you want to keep learning about marketing in general, Shopify dropshipping, or just Shopify branding, and most importantly, Facebook ads and marketing in general, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me, and I will see you guys in the next video.